And we're recording.
Does it need to be on yours?
Hey.
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 Hey, what's up?
Hey. Guess who's here, guys?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about it. Why can't we just...
Because
I want to
the
be able to
internet
talk to you
doesn't
guys.
work.
Oh.
Mariah is bringing
Yes.
it in.
Hello.
It's the inverse
Here, I'll do
way.
this
It's
right now.
two laptops. It's always two laptops. It's never one.
Oh.
You need these.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs glasses. What's
That's
up?
Wait, will you grab from my...
Oh, hey, I can hear everyone, guys.
Has
Hi, everyone.
glasses in the back. The pink ones.
Oh, it's the big.
We fixed our sound issues. We fixed our sound issues. Here, what you? Yeah. You can do it, and I'll turn mine off. Yeah, but don't broadcast.
I feel like since we're wearing these disguises, like they're not going to believe that we are who we say we are.
I'm a secret panda girl. I'm not going to tell you my name because it's a secret. But sitting to the right of me, the left of you, here's the pandas.
Are they actually seeing this?
Someone's got to see it. How's that echo going?
Yeah, great.
Someone just mute her.
Yeah.
I'll do mine. That might be good.
John.
That was me. And then
It's the remix.
we're all good now. Anyway, I'm gonna let Mirai. I'm sorry, it's not Mirai.
It's because we think the tiny chat output is embedded twice.
Oh, I have a solution for that. Yeah, I know. I have an issue. I have a fix. There we go. Figure out how that happened. Problem solved.
Maybe, possibly.
So the unicorn to my right
Ready to get rid of.
Nope.
has a lot of questions for the man in the middle.
Yep,
Who has a lot of answers.
I have all the answers.
So take it away, unicorn. And you guys can pipe in too. Right? We like that.
I'm gonna try and spot up as much as possible. I'm looking up to our audience. They're looking down on me, which I think is appropriate. I'm Sam Weller. I played Richard.
Yeah.
Richard. Yeah.
So let's start with this, Sam.
Dick.
You've been on 2 of the Immerverse shows now, Kill Cam and Alice's Eyes.
Right.
And they were a little bit different in format. Do you want to talk about your experience on both, how they are different from each other, or how they were the same?
Yeah. So the main thing about Alice's Eyes is that I felt that it was more driven narratively. There was more of like an overarching tale that everybody was kind of participating in, whereas in the Kill Cam scenario, it definitely felt like each individual. Are they still hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. I got it. There's no
So in Kill Cam, it felt like, you know, why don't we just mute the people so we don't.
That's not Panda Talk. It's Panda Listen right now, guys.
Yeah, it's not Panda Talk. No, I mean, we could do it on our side, so that way it's not like, hey man, this guy's really boring. let's just smoke a J. In Kill Cam, it was more like the individual storylines that were happening, and each individual person that we were sort of following. Whereas in Alice's Eyes, everybody felt like was sort of contributing to the whole of what was happening in the bed and breakfast. So I think that was like the first major difference. But as far as similarities, you know, the bathrooms were never as far away as we made them out to be. When we would travel to them, I know that was a point of consternation for her because I would lengthen the hallway between when I would leave and when I would go to the restroom, because at the time for kill cam, I still needed to have my smoke break, I needed to have my flask break, and all this other stuff that was happening. But with Alice's Eyes, I think I played it more straight. I'd quit smoking by this point, so yay.
Good job.
You know, so
Yeah.
all I did was I needed to leave to get, cinnamon rolls and candy treats. So those are some big differences between the two projects. I'm sure that's something you wanted to hear about.
And how was it? Okay, how was it working with another actor in the room with you the whole time? Because that was also another big difference.
It took a lot of the pressure off from having to provide a lot of like the content, on your own. Trying to just sort of chat with the audience. It took away a little bit from just the pure interactivity with the audience, but like I said, I think it was a different type of story that we were trying to tell. So what was happening was, being in the room with somebody else, it felt like you could pass the ball back and forth more often than not. Where like the guy who was playing my brother, he wasn't my real brother. I don't mean to spoil anything for anybody, but
This is pretend.
yeah. So he's a pretend brother. Oh no! So he was a real trooper. We had plenty to work on, mainly because he had to tell me, how bad of a person he actually was. He had killed some people, and he was slowly dying. So that was something that was always present. You could deal with that. And then in the case, oh, okay, yeah, get your
My
unicorn.
head's falling off.
Does this not work? Yeah. Oh wow.
I love it.
So having my wife in the room was,
Did you press it twice?
I did.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
so this is what was going through my mind when I looked into my wife's eyes. I just wanted to escape. I wanted to get away to a land that I'd never heard of, somewhere beyond a lullaby. We thought of unicorns, and excellent. So
I think that's a good point to open it up to the
yeah.
audience for questions.
Now that we're online, so anybody start asking questions.
What questions do you guys have? If you have them anywhere, if you're not on camera, you can just type them into the chat box. Questions for Sam. He played Lenny in Kill Cam. Legendary Lenny, I would say.
Lenny, wow.
And how was that? And then Richard, and we'll feed your questions through as they come in. How was, Lenny was such a huge, impactful character for our audience, I think. And, everyone loved Lenny so much, and that was such a strong character you created. How was it going from that, trying to break away from that to create Richard to be different?
Right.
Were people still calling you Lenny? How was that experience?
Well, the people, I had maybe a handful of friends and fans that ended up following me afterwards, after the Lenny character, and so I was really surprised how many people checked back in and kind of was really familiar. I mean, I saw their faces on the cam, so I kind of knew that the people were out there. But it was funny how willing to play along everybody was, and I think that's something that's really defined you guys, the community as a whole, is that your willingness to on the surface sort of participate and joke around and be in with the story and the narrative. But then PMs and little messages and stuff on Twitter, people just say hey, it's good to see you or whatever. It's sort of like seeing an old friend or somebody that you trust. And I really was thankful for the kind of trust that the audience gave me with the Lenny character, which honestly I only really went in that certain direction. I mean, I was in its worst cases, full pull back the curtain. I felt really weird at times playing Lenny, because I felt like I'm literally not playing a character. I'm just playing a version of myself. Because I would talk, I persuaded you guys into oh yeah, well the killer would give Lenny beer, and the killer would make sure that he had pizza. So I like kind of, that's the things that I wanted being a nervous actor, like in the room for 72 hours.
Watch you stream, it keeps crashing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is his stream or we stream?
Keeps crashing for people.
Okay.
Or it's just it just keeps blacking out. I can't watch it.
Can you hear it?
It's working fine, Mark.
But it's working fine for Angie, everyone.
A little bit if I reboot it. 30 seconds, it'll.
Bob, is it
Clearly,
working
she
for you?
likes me. I know you guys. Sorry.
It's
Yeah.
working fine for
Yeah.
us.
Well, see, my problem is
Thanks,
that
Bob.
my
Thanks,
computer
Bob.
really isn't equipped to handle this much of live coverage kind of thing. It has a very small CPU.
Oh, okay.
Well, get ready because the Immerverse is coming at you. So it's time for an upgrade. What? Immerverse?
We just need to have a
Yeah,
Dell.
time to upgrade. Seriously.
We're about to drop some Immerverse on you.
Well, I just got this for Christmas, so there's not
Oh,
much
no.
upgrading in my future.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. God, Mirai, I love your the coif that you're.
Do you like
I
this?
know it's like you get a pink like candy beard.
This used to be
Pause.
Well,
Pause.
it has like, why does it have the Hyrule symbol on it?
It's very expensive. I got it for free.
Okay.
Okay.
So what was I saying about what? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try this. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Great. You know, this is like this is important. I think that we're all helping each other. This is the same way that I felt when I played Lenny. No, it was like it was definitely an experience where I felt at the worst times that I was like pandering to the audience, but at the same time like I'm giving them what they want, but I'm also trying to remain true to what I think the character would do, which is he was very nervous about being like left alone, having sort of silence and all this stuff. So, you know, it was something that like he wanted to fill the sort of white noise, the silence in there. Did you miss me, Veronica and Bob?
He wants to know if you missed everyone.
Oh,
Like you missed the audience.
yeah, I did. I to be honest with you, like it actually has been the most performance feedback I've gotten in like the past 4 years, to be honest. Like the reaction from the live crowd and everything else. Like, you know, when your friends and your people that are here with you on the West Coast and you know, you see them face to face, you work with them day to day, you get a certain type of critique. You know, we're all professionals. We're all working in the industry in some sense or another. But it was the audience that to me really galvanized my, you know, continued involvement with it, and also the possibility of continuing to doing unique stuff. I really like working with April and Mirai. They give me a lot of like.
That's
creative-
awesome. Since a question in the chat room was, how much fun is it working with April?
That's from Rygar Clone.
Thanks, Rygar.
I was just getting into that Rygar Clone, so I love working with these gals and with Juan Manuel. Juan Manuel Roca.
Yeah.
Manuel Roca. Also
That's right
comics
to say
on
it.
comics and
Yes.
comics.
Fun.
So yeah, they're all really great to work with because they do offer a unique experience. I think that for all of them, this has been something that they feel like has been a real tangible success, something that's different. It's putting an imprint out there that is not your regular web series. It's not your regular type of project. We're being regaled by the chords of April Stone.
For those of you just tuning in now, we're here talking to Sam Weller, who played Lenny in Kill Cam, the original Immerverse project.
See, it is me.
And then our last project, Alice's Eyes, he played Richard. And we're here taking your questions for Sam. Also, we'll be doing these weekly at this time on Thursdays at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, taking your questions for a different cast member from your favorite shows each week as we build up to our next show, which is going to be on 4/20 at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, very excited.
Hey guys, if you are in the chat room, can you help us out when someone goes, hey, I can't hear them, and just because in case we miss it, remind them to hit play on the Ustream box. We're trying some new formats out. It's experimentational.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that was just Paramount.
Hello.
It was just Paramount on the
Hi,
phone.
away from the ashes.
Hello.
Comfortably separate from the ashes.
So.
In reverse hat party. Yeah, it is kind of an inverse hat party. Honestly, April started this trend because she wanted to wear her spirit mantle or whatever she just called it. And
It's a spirit hood, and really
it's a spirit hood.
It's any various amount of panda ears. Let's be frank.
Bob's got a cool hat. If anybody else
Bob
has
has a
cool
hat.
hats,
Awesome.
Dean has a cool mask. Oh, thank you.
Angie has a hat too. Wow, look at all of you in your cool fedoras.
You guys just had those at the ready.
Wow.
I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Steve.
Thank you, Rygar,
Got a hat.
our clone, for
Yeah,
for the
not
compliment and for not sleeping. Believe it or not, neither did we.
Did not sleep there.
Exactly.
I didn't sleep very much, says Rygar clone during Alice's eyes.
Yeah, how many of us did not sleep during that?
Which is why we're trying a little something
No.
different with the next show.
I
We're
don't think many
changing
people
the format up.
that week.
Yeah.
We know you didn't. Yeah. Neither of these gals sleep much when they work on the projects either, so that's something that you all shared in common for sure. I mean, when I was going to the bathroom, I often walked in on either Mirai or April, like having a nap, like on the couch, and they're just like, my body is so, I don't even know how. How's the chat? Is the chat still up?
It's like, I've only eaten quesadillas for the past 4 days. That's it.
I know, right after we wrapped up Alice's eyes, actually, I couldn't stop burping for about a month. And I thought maybe it was all the carbs we've been eating. We had some ramen noodles and stuff. And I couldn't, it was just people couldn't even hear them. But every 30 seconds or so, I would have a little burp in my throat. It was awful.
I have a question for Sam.
Yes.
Talk about maybe a project or something you're excited about outside of the Immerverse.
Yeah, what's coming
Tell
up
us
for
what
you?
else is going on for you.
Well, I think I plugged it in a couple other senses before, but here I'm gonna give Domo sunglasses. Nice.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So I have a website that I work for that I do a weekly chat show for, but it's about anime. So I don't know how much of a crossover that audience is. AnimeVice.com is where it's at, and if you just are entertained with the sound of my voice, which I am, which is why I always watch my own videos.
Vice.
AnimeVice, MiamiVice.com. AnimeVice.com. It's the website I work for with my comic book writing and cartoon writing buddy, Tom Pinchuk. We host a weekly talk show about anime. So we kind of try and make it not only about the shows itself and really appeal to that audience. I think we also try to do it in an entertaining way. If you're a neophyte, or if you have never, or if you watched it in the past but you haven't watched it in a while, I'd actually still recommend it. We tend to try and cover nice broad topics where we address not just the anime itself, but also the culture. And we try to do it in a funny way. We often throw in references like pro wrestling and other stuff. It's essentially if Lenny talked about anime the way he talked about weed, that would be, there you go. There's your in. There's
Have
your
you covered
relatability.
Cowboy Bebop yet?
Yeah, we have. We covered it in a couple different stages. We talked about the potential sequel. If you want to know my opinion right now, I think it would have to star Ed, who is a little hacker girl. We would need to have the sequel starring her because, spoiler, she's one of the few characters alive at the end of that show. I won't say who passes on or who doesn't, but it's
everyone else apparently.
I don't know, but
Spoiler.
anyway. But no, I mean that show's been out since 1998 or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So that's something that I do. But as far as acting wise, what's the next thing that I got coming up?
I don't know. I think it starts on April 20th.
Maybe our next one.
Maybe it starts on April 20th.
Maybe it's called Freedom Phone. Are we telling people the title yet?
Yeah, it's up on the website.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a chance to talk with you
Yeah, I
guys
know, we're
off
gonna do
camera,
that.
so now you're just gonna
Maybe
try and
Freedom
sign
Phone.
me in.
We're outing you on camera.
Oh my god.
Maybe you'll see Sam again.
Maybe.
soon.
Verbal contract, verbal contract.
Witnesses.
Oh man, yeah. Once you do it in public, you do it for everyone.
Rygar clone. I'm just Rye. Would like to know how hard it was to keep from laughing when you dropped the chisel on your fake brother's leg. Oh, we have a question.
Oh, for the Bob. Yeah, we've covered it.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
The question was tentacle invasion. A lot of times people think anime is all about large demons, tentacle, it's this.
I think of it as boobs. I think of anime as like very large boobs in my face.
Right. So that boobs and all sorts of like tendrils, like yeah, we've covered it. I mean, it's fetish. It's fetish wear. Your pony keeps riding up on you.
Can't see any of you.
It's part of my head.
Yeah, but have you covered why it's bad?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, it's awful. First of all, those animated characters don't have an age of consent. I mean, so that's bad. And then, they obviously don't seem like they're having fun. Would you have fun if an octopus lifted you up from the ground and started invading your nether regions? I don't think so.
I don't know. 8 hands, that's like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll fight.
So anyway, hentai is just part of anime.
Ecstasy?
What? Are you high on ecstasy? Are we real right now? Let's have it.
So did they have a question too?
Yeah, someone wanted to know how hard it was to keep from laughing when you dropped the chisel on your fake brother's leg.
Okay, I don't know who this Rye guy is, but that is true. I did actually drop the chisel on.
I'll just sit here and watch Angie and see when she laughs, so I know when something funny is going on. I'm trying to watch April, but I can't.
So I had a moment where I had gone over to my brother. I was trying to cauterize his wound by heating up a metal spike and like pressing it onto the wound. This is during Alice's eyes.
I
And
love that we made you do that.
yeah, it was pretty awesome. So I definitely had a moment where I totally like legit like tripped and dropped the thing on his leg. And I was just like, and it's like a heavy little, like an actual railroad, like a chisel. So it just like boom, like oh God, and I didn't laugh because I was really upset. It's one of those instantaneous moments, like you drop a glass and it shatters, and you just go, oh. And you don't know what to do. So I was very deer in headlights, but I played it off because Richard was such a clumsy poop head.
He was so sweet, though. Richard was really sweet.
He was sweet. I don't know, man.
What do you want to be the villain next time?
No.
I don't know. I think you did a really good job with it.
A really good gobbler?
Good job.
Oh.
You did a good job with Richard.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I did.
I think he contrasted mine a lot.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I think that is definitely something that I tried to achieve, is making Richard as different from Lenny as possible. Richard was a bit more dry, a bit more sardonic, but I feel like in terms of reactions and stuff, I mean that's just me. Melise made these highlight videos, which I think we should drop links to. For like a lot of the characters in their free time. She's very generous. She's been kind of cutting together the best moments. And I watched mine recently. I think if you just YouTube like Richard Alice's eyes or something, it might pop up. But
yeah, actually, can you put the link in there, Auntie? That would be amazing.
I've got 2 playlists full of shit.
Fantastic.
I've got playlists full of the clips that I put on the blog, which include you dropping the chisel and cauterizing Jeremy.
I mean that stuff is great because for us, because
another playlist which has some extra stuff.
Great. So I think that's kind of cool that you archive some of it, because explaining this to people is difficult at best. Like what was it?
Difficult at best. I like that.
Yeah. But it's sort of funny watching my highlight reel how sort of the whole thing was like, in the moment it felt a little intense just because, oh man, I'm improving. I'm just like I'm act. Look at me act. You know, I was like all that kind of face. And looking back, it's still entertaining, but it is such a soap opera at times. Like with declaring how you're feeling, and then addressing the addressing the audience, but then addressing so there's a lot of things going on. So things come off as very like with God as my witness, I'll never be hungry again. Like and I'm holding the broom and like the little lighter, and I'm just screaming like, come and get her, you son of a bitch! Like you can't not watch that again and not laugh, but. What's great is that if you watch the build up in the moment, it still feels like intense. It still felt like, oh man, something big's gonna go down. So regardless of whether it goes in the terms of like real drama and the melodrama, I think that one of the things these projects achieve is real like connection, sublimation with what's going on, and you're always surprised by what's happening because that's our job, is to surprise and delight you.
Yeah,
that's like tentacle.
We do.
Have you been delighted?
Huh?
Have you been delighted, everyone?
Is everyone delighted?
Is everyone delighted? If I can hear.
Viewers at home, have you been delighted? Yes, we'll do.
Next week, we're actually talking to Victoria Hogan, who played your wife.
I'm fascinated.
That's who we have next week coming up for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
We have Vicky, who played your wife.
Really?
Is there anything you think like we should know about her?
About Vicky?
What should we ask her?
Well, the first question you should ask, of course, is she
How is
related
it
to the
with
immortal Hulk Hogan?
That's a great question.
But I've already asked her that because she is also like tall blonde lady. So I was
Should
just
we
like,
also ask her how amazing it was to work with the famous Sam
oh
Miller?
my God, I want to stop all this talk of
Well,
like.
Right.
We
We want to capitalize on that.
We wanted this. You're the personality.
You're our fucking star, dude.
All right, I appreciate it.
Anyway, Sam, why don't you give everyone where they can follow your life and updates, your Twitter feed, etc.
Yeah, I think the best place would be Crave Sam, which is my Twitter handle, CRAVESAM. Put it in the chat, and then yeah, I mean I put stuff up there about Anime Vice, but I've been auditioning a ton lately. I've got a couple short films that I think I might get on board with soon. Also been auditioning for commercials and stuff, so I really hope that this year is a bigger breakout year for me professionally. And if you want to follow that sort of thing and see more clips of my acting, you can go to samwellershow.com, and I have links to all my reels and my voice acting stuff, as well as clips from the web series that I did, the other big web show that I did previous to this first edition, where I played a character very similar to Lenny without the weed. Yeah,
Lenny
guys.
without the weed? What is that?
I don't know. What is that?
There's
Really?
no such thing as letting without the weed.
Yeah, really anxious and crazy.
Well, we
It was
will all
exciting
keep
at the
our
end of
fingers
it.
crossed for all your big projects
Yeah,
coming
that's
up for
exciting.
sure.
I really appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for being here today, Sam.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna do two plugs.
Yes.
Plug number one. Hey, Michael. Michael, what are you doing on Friday? Speak. That was not
He
a.
can't-
That was.
he can't
Oh,
hear
you
you.
can't hear me.
Michael has a show on Friday.
Mike has a
Okay.
show on Friday. So.
Oh. Now
Um.
you guys can hear me.
Yeah, there you go.
Plug your show. Go. Plug your show.
Plug your show.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. Friday night, tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a Away from the Ashes promo concert
Whoa.
on Ustream,
Awesome.
which is hosted on the Immigrants Facebook.
Posted on the Immerverse Facebook page. So for everybody that's Facebook.com/Immerverse. Is that right?
A slightly off-topic question, Ava, but are you going to be using Ustream when you continue to do CMD sessions? It's not that off-topic. It's still part of Immerverse.
Is it Facebook.com/Immerverse?
Yes, because they're the best partner option that we have at the moment for broadcasting, and we adore them for letting us use them and occasionally promoting us. So there's that, and we just want to do a quick shout out about our Facebook page, which we're getting a lot more active on, our Twitter feed, which we're getting a lot more active on. It's all Immerverse. The more you like and share us, the more chances we have of being able to build the community and do a lot more of the fun stuff that we love to do. And obviously, if you tuned in, it's because you love to watch it. So speaking of things you love to watch, we are officially announcing that we're doing a show on April 20th called Freedom Farm. And I will leave it at that because a press release will soon follow, and then you can tell everyone.
But do follow us at Immerverse. Our website's immerverse.com, facebook.com/Immerverse. We hired an intern this week. That was really exciting.
Oh my God, we did.
We hired
So
a PR intern who's going to be, her name's Kaylin. She's amazing. So
That's great.
yeah,
And,
it's really exciting.
And we're back with more Panda Talk.
And we will be
next
back
week.
with more. Is there no unicorn?
Well,
Pandacorn?
I mean, this unicorn thing was a new addition.
Panda Domo-kun.
I was wearing my slippers last week. Immerverse hat party every Thursday at 4:30.
Uni Panda Domo-kun!
All right, so we'll see you at the next hat party.
With Victoria Hogan.
Bring your hats.
Bring your hat.
And ask Vicky how cool it was to kiss me.
So
We
cool.
will.
So cool. All right. Peace. Love and pandas.
Bye.